We live? Welcome to the gold medal match of the Western Regional Championships happening now in the beautiful city of Surrey, British Columbia. My name is Nathan.
And I'm Gordy.
And you're in for one heck of a match between the Vancouver Stormcrows and the Edmonton Aurors. Gordy, we talked about this a lot today. What are your keys to the game?
My keys to the game? Balls in the hoop.
I always say, if you have the ball, shoot. If you don't have the ball, get the ball. It's that easy.
Now, Nathan, you gotta watch out for beaters.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, fair.
That's okay, yeah.
Beaters are...
As a beater.
As a beater, I frequently don't think about myself. It's a luxury to have two beaters. I don't get it.
All right, psychology aside, we'll move on here. Yeah, we got Stormcrows over here on the left side. Or our left, sorry. Stage left? No, it's stage right.
You're right.
Stage right. We're all right.
This is an exciting repeat of last year's gold medal matchup, which took place in Victoria. That one had a little bit of salt engaged. There were some missed snitch calls. Will that happen again today? You'll find out when I do.
Yeah, maybe they'll get the grinders out, maybe not. We'll see.
Edmonton took gold in that one. Stormcrows have rocked back with a vengeance this year. They are undefeated in all of their play, both QC and international. They've even faced the Edmonton a few times already this year. They are undefeated against Edmonton, once coming in October, twice happening this weekend. Will a third time this weekend be the charm for Edmonton?
Who knows? This tournament cannot be more exciting with these two teams, you know? We had two games already. First game was a bit of a blowout for the Aurors.
Was it?
Yeah, they lost a little bit.
Oof.
But the second game, very close. It went into overtime, and that's just the hype we need, right? Going this third game.
Yeah. It'll be exciting. We got a great stacked ref crew. If anything, I'm cheering for the refs. I just love a good, clean game.
Yeah.
I don't care about Quidditch whatsoever.
Well,
probably not the right fit for this job, but hey, we started.
We're here.
Let's get going. We're going to begin with the time-honored tradition now of team cheers. Edmonton's, I've said this before, and I'll say it on the live stream, sounds like a cheer from summer camp.
I'm getting flashbacks here, Nathan.
I had a really good time at the mess hall, cleaning up after supper, saying a cheer, and going back to my bunk bed.
Well, Nathan, how have the standing been so far in this tournament?
Well, you know what? We played a long weekend. Some teams got hit by injuries. That was mostly us.
That's right.
We ended with 5 people. That was neat.
Mm-hmm.
SFU, you know what? They were the bottom of the pack, but they had a real nice time this weekend. It's tough for them. They've had now 2 years in a row where the majority rookies. You can't just keep that up and expect to just keep on at the high level that SFU has been. They're rebuilding their program. They're going to be great in a few years. They've got a core that they can really work with. They got a deep bench. Unfortunately, this weekend, they did not win a single game.
You know what, Nathan, though? SFU the first game of this tournament to the SFU the last game of this tournament, completely different
What
team.
a market improvement. If only this tournament was a week long, maybe they win a game.
Perhaps.
We came 6th because we were broken. 5th place, I believe, that was, let me check my standings here. That was University of Victoria.
That's right.
A small step back for them after coming 4th last year. But you know what? They're excited about the island. Misha Whittingham is back from his master's program.
That's right.
He'll be leaving very soon for his PhD program, so he's really trying to build something that's permanent before he takes off to either Ottawa or Australia, 2 very similar locations. 4th place was UBC. We played them. What are your thoughts on UBC and their mostly rookie team this year?
They put up a great fight. Yeah.
They really fought us.
Yeah, against our 5 or 6 person team.
It's unfair to get a good read on someone when they demolished a 5-person team. But they did come forth on their own merit.
They took the Viper Juice to a snitch catch.
They did, and it was a very good one.
Yeah. And the Vipes are full of pros. Not pros, but...
Speaking of the Vipes, they're our 3rd place team.
That's right.
We had a gold medal qualifier, so there was no really bronze match. If you're at home being like, where's my bronze match? You're not getting one. Live with it.
You're watching the gold-silver here.
Yeah, come on, this is better. This is more intense. The narrative, the stakes, the higher.
Looks like players are getting organized now. A position change for...
I'm really thrown off on it.
Is that Indiana Nickel out there as a beater?
Yes, you can tell by the hideous mustache.
Fair enough. That's right. Oh, this game's about to get underway. Exciting stuff.
We've got Stormcrows in green. We've got Edmonton in white. Let's have a ball game.
Oh, and who'll get the ball first? Ooh, looks like it's a tie. Oh, but over to Mongoose there.
Mongoose surveying the field, looking for options, getting a beater pressure there from Nate Unrau. Gets a beat, passes it up to Chris Rad. That's a reset.
Oh, Chris Rad
wow,
also
natural motion on that one. That's a little bit too strong. That Chris Rad, he's so buff, just powers it right over the hoops out of
Team
bounds.
Canada arms.
You know what? He is the arms of Team Canada. If you sold me a calendar that's full of Chris Rad's arms, I wouldn't buy it, but I'm sure there are people who would.
Sounds like you have the old Edmonton calendar, but this is a new one. This is a market improvement.
We can safely assume by both these teams being in the final, they'll both make it to nationals, which will be happening March 28th, 29th in Edmonton. Edmonton would love to go into Edmonton, their own city, with a gold medal, but it's going to be a real tough challenge for them.
Looks like the Stormcoats are coming back with a vengeance here.
Waiting still for the game's first goal. Wyatt just kind of saying, all right, let's do this. Great passing there between Olfert and Wyatt. They really built that chemistry on Team Canada West. It really shows with the team.
Trying to tire out these Edmonton chasers here.
Both teams have a relatively deep bench, which is good. You did hate to see a game come down to only having 5 players at a time. Ooh, I would not call that a goal, and neither does the ref because they were beat before. Michael Howard, that's a great call. I respect it.
Colin Crow there and Doug on the beaters.
There's a fun fact about Edmonton. The majority of their beater core is Calgarians.
That's right, Travis Woodward and Colin Crow.
Yeah, I just think it would be neat if they played for their own city, but I get it. You know, Merck's, the high-stakes game of Quidditch, you got to go with a team that has the best shot for you.
Yeah, that's right, Nathan. You could take 6th place or 2nd. A guaranteed 2nd. This game is all up in the air, you know? It's not over yet.
That was a great double beat by the entire Stormcoats bench there on Mongoose. I always like to make sure that I throw 3 bludgers at the same person just to be super effective. Austin Wallace now on the pitch, number 6, looking for a goal. He's so shifty out there.
Nate Unrau with a pump fake. Ooh,
Look, there's Nickel again. Oh, it seems like Nickel was only there just as a bludger receiver on.
Oh, great block!
What a fortunate play! Can Megan score a goal? No, she gets taken down pretty hard by Indy. Passes off to Soleil. There's a scramble there. We got some heck of a fight. There's a lot of leg wrestling. Like, it's getting dirty over there. This one's gonna be a bludger mess, and I predict it's gonna be Stormcoats ball at the end of it. Let's find out. They've got a still pretty good fight there with the original players. And finally, Megan is beat. She put a hell of a
Colin Crow's tried and true. Beat all of the enemy chasers, but still not get a goal.
Couldn't beat the keeper.
That's right.
And honestly, that's what it comes down to.
That's right.
Stormcrow's looking for maybe a bit of a better play, but Michael Howard says, let's just have a little old stoppage.
Yeah.
We got a card here.
Looks like it.
Edmonton, blue card, ignoring referee calls, 1 minute in the box.
Man,
yeah.
I frequently ignore the ref calls, and honestly, that's what happens to me too.
Always put in the box, Nathan. Hey, it's number 0 for Edmonton Aurors, Megan Hurst.
This will give a brief early, I say brief, it'll still be the same time. It'll be an early power play for the Stormcrows. I don't believe there was advantage there, so they'll just remount and play as is. It'll be on the Stormcrows to take advantage of a little early gift. Stormcoats, one of their known plays is Double Trouble, and honestly, that just makes me think of Season 4 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. They introduced a character named Double Trouble, and they're pretty interesting. Meanwhile, there's Quidditch happening, and Austin Wallace scores a goal.
Yeah. Austin Wallace driving home that ball. Nothing like She-Ra.
Megan properly doing the remount. I think She-Ra's great. We don't talk about it enough. Like, I know it's a kid's cartoon, but it's fully engaging. Like, heck yeah, Princesses of Power, sign me the heck up. Edmonton looking to tie the game using one of their patented weather-related plays. This one's hail. We've had a pretty okay weather-wise weekend.
Yeah.
Yesterday was wet, as BC commonly is. I didn't care for it, but I expected it. I knew. I braced myself. Today's been dry with a little bit of wind. The hail play, though, doesn't seem to be working.
That's right. Edmonton's struggling to find a play out there.
You could even call that one a hail fail.
Oh, good zinger.
We'll be here till the end of the game, folks.
Tune in, which you probably are.
What do you think's happening here, Gordy?
I think Edmonton Aurors aren't quite in the same shape they were last game. Struggling a little bit.
You know, with the way the brackets worked out, Edmonton had to play 5 games to get here, while the Stormcrows had to play 3.
That's
and
true.
that's a difference of 2 games, according to my math. I don't know what the fresh to game ratio is, but I have to imagine it's a factor.
And you know what? Yours didn't pull any punches for the games either.
Well, no, that'd be a card.
No, they.
All right, so that's a goal there by Stormcrows, pulling up to a 20-0 lead. I like to believe that's still in range. It's way too early for it to be a factor, but Edmonton hanging in there with the Stormcrows.
That's right. The Stormcrows keep this up. Edmonton keeps this up. It'll still be pretty tough.
What a great fake there by LM.
Oh, it's a miss there. It'll be a reset.
Oof.
Oh, that's a big
Miss on the chaser play, miss on the bludger play. This is going to be one where Stormcrows just say, oh, never mind.
Not quite. Oh, John Perron with the underhand shot there.
Man, that looks like me when I play chaser, which is probably why I'm here. It's a shame that they're doing it on the field. Edmonton just got a gift there.
They did, yeah.
Getting no punishment for that play.
Very lucky that missed pass by Austin Wallace. Not typical for that team. Looks like Edmonton's setting up on the right side here.
No, they're on the left. Oh, you meant... Oh,
yeah,
okay, I see.
Yeah, Jenna down the right there, yeah. Mongoose attacked by Katie Ilford, though.
Colin Crow just cleaning up that Stormcrow chaser game.
That's
Colin
right.
Crow, he's so good right now.
David Mongoose holding on to the ball.
Edmonton trying to make do, not having bludger control. A missed bludger recovery attempt there. Oh, no, there's a big miss right now. If Edmonton doesn't score, they're going to be in a lot of trouble because Stormcrows have no bludgers to contest with. I see a foul on the play. Let's see what happens here. Misha calling something. You can tell who Misha is because he's wearing a very lovely orange jacket.
Hard to miss him.
So, Gordy, how have you felt about this year's Western Regional Championships?
The series?
No, the whole darn thing.
Whole darn thing. It's been quite an experience, you know?
Well, I would hope so. This is literally the definition of experience.
Well, Nathan, now I'm on the spot and I don't know what to say.
Did you have a good time?
Of course I did.
Did you like it?
Of course.
Would you do it again?
In Surrey?
Well,
yeah, of course in Surrey.
Because Surrey's been a gracious host and a treasure to travel to.
Yeah. If you look across the field, you see a building that supplies our food.
That's a superstore. And folks, I gotta tell you, it is one superstore. Have you watched any of the no-name branding recently? I just think they're on fire.
They have apple juice?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They've got clothing products.
What's
They've
the
got
brand again?
Cleaning products. Fun fact, there's no name. That is, I know it's a play on words. Most brands have a name. This one does. It's no name.
So their brand is no name.
I know it's confusing,
Yes.
but you play Quidditch, so you should understand things that are confusing.
The basic understanding of confusing stuff.
We're back on, and Edmonton seems to have bludger control back. That was a great play by Doug to throw the ball down the field and then chase it and pick it up himself. We call that cardio.
You know, I believe Doug's been playing for a couple of years now. And
I think this is his second year, yeah.
He's really become a really good beater.
He's really grown into his dreadlocks.
That's true. Oh, that's Jenna as well. Wrapping Indy. Oh, back to the top there. Eric. Stormcrows.
Stormcrows looking for an option. They're getting a little worked over by Edmonton
Katie calling
beaters.
for
You
it.
like to
Katie
see it.
calling for it.
Taylor Atchell trying his best to just keep Edmonton's beaters at bay, but there's a little bit of an edge right now, and that's just the fact that Edmonton has 2 bludgers. I like having 2 bludgers more. Occasionally, if you have 3, even better.
You notice how masterfully the Stormcrows just avoid that center line for the reset.
It's like the center line is lava, and the pitch is the floor.
And the Stormcrows don't want to be there.
Yeah. Lava? No, thank you. That's a big wolf from me.
Jenna with the run.
Jenna Whitby all the way down. Can they score?
Oh.
What a great goal for them.
What
Jenna
a completion
Whitby
by Jenna.
puts Edmonton on the board.
It's exactly what they need. This nice morale boost, and they still control bludger superiority.
I believe that makes the score 20-10, and I'm getting a nod from the table. I'm right in my analysis.
Warning on the back contact there.
What else we got going on here, folks?
Stormcrows passing back and forth.
Well, yeah, that's half the game, right?
That's half the game. Especially for the Stormcrows. Not a lot of hero balling here.
You know what? That's good. Hero balling is bad for the game.
It is bad.
Hero balling to me says, I don't know how to use my team, and in a gender-inclusive sport like this, use the team.
Oh, what
You've
a
got
great
so
tackle.
many. Use your subs. Safety in numbers. Like that. That was a beautiful passing play that unfortunately had no goal.
Here's a turn by Mongoose.
That'd be an illegal hit. To me, I say that's illegal. The refs also say that's illegal. We'll see what the follow-up says. But that was very clearly from behind. And at that point, just like...
Yellow card! Stormcrows number 67 illegal contact from behind.
I would just let them have the goal at that point, because if you get 2 yellows, you're done. Goodbye. That's a big old whoopsie-doopsie for you, and your night is over. 10 points? That's just 10 points. You know what's forever? Bludger control.
Especially 3 bludgers.
And when you have 3 bludgers and you're just like, haha, I'm the only speeder on the field and I have all 3 bludgers. Have you ever seen that happen?
Oh, once today, Nathan. Once
Oh,
today.
wow.
Oh, a great
What a
beat, though.
great
Shuts
snipe
down
with the
that
bludger.
run.
This really is the cream of the crop here of the West. We're lucky to have such skill in the West.
That's right. You know, I haven't seen the Stormcrows this frazzled all day.
Would you call them frazzled right now?
A little bit. I feel like it.
Like an little frizzle frazzle?
Little frizzle frazzle. Little dizzle dazzle, too, maybe.
We are seeing a little bit of dizzle dazzle. Megan.
Oh, Megan.
I think Megan Hurst, to me, on Edmonton, is someone who has improved their point chaser defense the most in the last year, which is someone just utilizing their size in a whole new way. She's really come alive since transferring to Edmonton. Unfortunately for her right now, the Edmonton Aurors get scored on shorthanded. Are they going to get a power play goal? The answer is no! What a great beat! Holy
Chris
moly!
Rudd there. Oh, to finish it off, Chris Rudd is the hoop now. But there's a stoppage of play.
Yeah, to say, oh my gosh, can we all get just a second to appreciate how cool that goal was? I mean, there's probably a real reason, but whatever.
Chris
Do you
Rudd.
smell a campfire?
I do smell a campfire. It's been all day.
I have had just the most intense smells. There was a really strong smell yesterday. The viewers at home won't appreciate this, but there was garlic bread. Anyway, it made me hungry when I played.
So that goal is no good. There's a turnover on the play, looks like.
That's probably going to do it for the Stormcrows penalty. There's currently 5 seconds left on it.
Oh, and a turtle maneuver there.
I love turtles.
Oh.
We should protect them.
We should.
And that'll be Stormcrow ball, with the score being 30-10 thanks to Vancouver's shorthanded goal.
Edmonton not being able to capitalize on that.
Will this haunt them later in the day? Will they sleep at night? Who's to say? Oh, great beat there by Kaylee Mendoza. She impresses me every time
Will the
she wakes up
sacrifice
in the
be
morning.
worth it, though, for losing that bludger? Oh, to a limb, Ismail. Oh, and it's in.
People are going to give credit to Olim for that goal, but to me, that's inspired by Kaylee. Beaters,
Oh, yes.
the heart and soul of every team. Chasers are just good at cardio.
Kaylee saw the opportunity. She took that beat, opened that lane.
I liked that. That was good for me. I'm going to take this moment to say hi to our fans at home. Please tweet us, YouTube us. Let us know how you feel about this game. We'd love to give a little shout out on the air. Meanwhile, Stormcrows getting set up. Whoop, that's got to be a big no-no. Oh, that's got to be a no-no. Are they going to call it a no-no? They're not. Wow, Kaylee Mendoza getting away with a very egregious kickoff pitch here. But I'm just a commentator. What do I know?
30-20 Stormcrows.
That's right, 10 minutes in, 30-20 for Stormcrows. If you didn't hear it at home.
Hey, Tim, what's the time? 10:20, which means this game is over halfway until Seeker play, and it's still in range. This could come down to Seekers, and I hate to say it, but I think one team here has a very clear edge.
I would definitely say so. The Seeking game this tournament for Stormcrows has been phenomenal.
They have not one, not two, but 3 incredible Seekers. They also have a goal. Honestly, Wyatt almost missed a breakaway, which would have been funnier. I respect his commitment to putting the ball through the hoop, but it's Quidditch. I would have loved to see him whiff real bad.
I respect his commitment to destroying the hoop.
Fun fact about Wyatt Brashear, his younger brother is Graham Brashear, who you can see on TV in shows like The Good Doctor and Supergirl.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They look kind of alike. You're like, oh yeah, I see how they're brothers. Not much else going there. Wyatt plays Quidditch, so you know, same thing.
David Mongoose organizing the chases for Edmonton.
Every time Chris Raz says time check, I think he says vibe check, and I think that's what Quidditch needs. Just an on-pitch vibe check.
Vibe check. Oh.
Michael Howard giving warnings to the bench like they're a bad dog. Bench, no. Bench, stop. Bench, this is the last warning. Michael Howard, probably a great pet owner.
Yeah. Speaking of pet owners, a skunk just ran by our field.
A skunk, yes, in BC. There's so many skunks in BC.
Lots of skunks. Especially after October.
It's a little bit balmy for skunk in November. The bench has taken their time out with pride as Vancouver Stormcrows have gotten yet another goal.
It's like they're slowly clawing their way out of range here.
Gordy, we got a timeout called, which means it's time for us to go back on camera. So, Gordy, what are you seeing from today's game?
From today's game?
Yeah.
I'm seeing the Stormcrows look a little frazzled or dizzle-dazzled, but they're kind of bringing it back together now.
They're currently up by 30, which is good for them, because if they get one more, they're out of range. Everyone loves being out of range, unless you're the one out of range, in which case you hate it.
Yeah, as a previous game, the Stormcrows and the Aurors are very, very close. But the first game was not that at all.
Ooh, tell me more.
It looks like the Stormcrows recuperated after their second game with the Aurors. They're kind of bringing it back now.
What do you think of the reffing in this game?
I think it's pretty solid.
That's what I think,
30
too.
seconds.
Michael Howard telling the bench up is definitely a highlight.
I think that, for me, is how I want to ref in the future. Speak only in dog commands.
No bench, bad bench, down bench.
Go to the bad box.
Yellow card, to the bad box you go.
You're going straight to the bad boy box. Well, that's the end of the timeout, and let's get back to the game.
Crazy how fast a minute is.
Time.
I'm getting confirmation that Michael Howard is indeed a great pet owner. Thank you to those at home who are letting us know. What kind of pet does Michael Howard have? He has a golden retriever and a cat. What are their names? Spencer and Marty. What a great duo. I have a cat named Chester. He's a big boy. Anyway, Quidditch. Edmonton advancing up the field, looking to claw back at the lead that Vancouver's made for themselves. Mongoose directing play really well. That's a great beat.
Oh,
what a nice block for Wyatt. Jesus, he just served him supper. John Parent walking up the field. Gordy, so there's a lot of great numbers on the backs of jerseys. Do you have any reason that you picked the number on your jersey that you did?
There might be a reason, Nathan, but not for the live stream.
Not for the live stream,
Not for
okay.
the live stream.
Good to know. I just think they're neat. I picked 36 because it's a Jewish thing.
I was gonna pick 25, but the Rachel Malone,
Yeah.
Team Canada coach, or head
Team Canada coordinator.
coordinator. That's right. Yeah, I was on the team with her, and she had the number currently. So
Oh,
couldn't take
you
25.
respect seniority there.
I do. Yeah.
You know what I don't respect? The absolute whiff on that last Vancouver chance.
Big yikes there, Nathan.
Yeah, big woof.
That's a big whoop.
That's a big old thumbs down from me. We're getting relatively close to seeker play. Hey, table, what time?
13:40.
Yeah, we're at 13:40, so just a few minutes. Do we know who our snitch is? Who's our snitch? Oh, our snitch is Matthias. Oh my gosh, did I miss a goal? Was I too busy talking about stuff that doesn't matter? I missed a goal? Edmonton scored!
They're back in. If they catch a stitch at this rate, they will win.
Just past 14. I got your back.
It's only 4 minutes until secrets are released.
And only 3 until the snitch is released.
Well, that's how
And
math
thus
works,
the
Nathan.
progression of time.
The chronology of Quidditch has been brought to you by Gordy Bishop and Nathan Ross.
It's getting a little bit cold here. You can see all of the breath from the players kind of going up. Beats hurt more when it's cold, in my opinion. Passes a little harder. Bit of a low pass there from Malin.
That's right. Right between the knees and Michael Jessup.
Betwixt the knees, I believe, is the correct grammar.
I believe you're right, Nathan.
Thank you for acknowledging my grammar superiority.
I bow to your knowledge of Old English. Another patented Stormcrow move here, running down the left side of the field.
Well, there's only 3 ways to run down the field. You got left, you got middle, you got right, and I gotta say, left is a patented maneuver for them.
15 minutes.
That's a great there by Austin. What a floater! Just a real sneaky quaffle as Vancouver Stormcrows established yet again a 30-point lead. Man, that ball had wings. Edmonton's going to be hard pressed to get back in this one. I believe their seekers to start is going to be number 31, James Chalk.
That's right.
Who's going to be for the Stormcrows? Is it going to be Wyatt Brashear? Is it going to be Austin Wallace? Will it be Indiana Nickel? I don't think it'll be Indiana Nickel. I haven't seen him seek for days. Months even.
Months even. Oh, Jenna calling for the pass. Oh, just over the hoop there.
The problem that she had was that she shot on the little hoop, but she should have shot on the tall hoop because then it would have been in.
If only Jenna was shorter or the hoop was taller.
Truly, dynamics, height-wise, are a real challenge here for several players, myself included. Storm Crow's looking for something here, waiting for their beaters to get involved. Storm Crow's currently have BS, but they didn't do anything with it, so what's the point? That'll be Edmonton ball on a chillier and chillier afternoon. I can't believe it's not even 5 o'clock here in British Columbia. Just close to 5 o'clock.
16:15.
That's the real time. It is 16:50.
No, what's the game time?
That was 16:30.
Thank you.
Apparently, I'm confusing.
I don't think you're helping, Nathan.
I just want. They asked for the time. 16:50.
I thought you could pick up the context clues there and kind of figure it out.
Oh, that's a oopsie.
Game time. Oh, Mongoose another shot. Like, blocked again. That's 3 in a row for Mongoose.
Honestly, I don't know why Edmonton's trying those shots. Stormcrows, one of the things they utilize best is a hoop defense. You know what hoop defense means? The hoops are blocked. And your shot from 30 feet out, even if you're Chris Radiuski, is not going to be a goal.
That's right. With lots of tall players on
Matthias, want to give a wave to the folks at home? Show us your tail. Hot.
That's Matthias at the
Oh my
fight for
lord!
Matthias. Whoa.
He said no spectacles, but I disagree.
Matthias doesn't know this is live stream. Maybe he forgot.
What? We want BS back.
That's some demonetization. I've never seen it. There's a handoff to jump around. Back to Eric. Seekers will be raced in under a minute now.
This is proven to be you know what? I'm glad that we're in snitch range for the end of the weekend. I know that with one goal, Stormcrow's be out of it, but it's the end of the weekend that this deserves. Never mind.
Oh!
It's out of range. Edmonton's gonna need a goal if they want to get back in range.
What a slap into that net, into the hoop there.
That's what I would call a non-reckless slap.
Seen a couple this tournament.
And they're off. You know how I said I didn't think it'd be Indiana Nickel? The Seeker's Indiana Nickel. Absolutely nailed that call.
James Chalk, their defensive seeking.
If Edmonton wins, I guess they could chalk it up to him. Oh, I don't know about that contact there. No one's calling it. That's a keeper ball, Austin. You should know better. You're keeper most of the time.
David Monk is looking for anything, but he's beat in the side there.
I think he's a little frustrated.
Seems like it.
I know that I don't play well when I'm frustrated, but maybe they're better than I am. I don't know.
I mean, getting 4 of your blocked shot in a row will do that to you.
What is happening here? There's a large mess.
I'm as confused as you are, Nathan.
Thank you. Someone is. Finally, it's acknowledged.
Awesome Wallace picks up the quaffle. Elim Ismail cannot quite stop it. Can Chris Radievsky do it? Oh! Almost!
We got a thrilling...
There's a beater.
Oh! Stopped! He's going back for more!
But
He gets the goal! You played in the whistle, folks. That's a great rebound goal for number 6, Austin Wallace!
Oh, Indiana Nickel there.
Meanwhile,
with a
Indiana
dive.
Nichols goes flying and says, you know what? I've had enough. How about a sub?
Time for Wyatt.
Someone else can get thrown around like a raggedy sack of
They
potatoes.
said it's Wyatt, so probably not.
I would love to see Wyatt get thrown around.
That's the dream, Nathan. That's the dream.
We can only hope. But Wyatt, as far as like buff rankings go, like Wyatt's near the top for me.
That's right.
Like if you asked me for a Quidditch buff power rankings, I'd be hard pressed to not put Wyatt in at least the top 3.
That's right.
I don't think. Does he work out or is he just naturally buff? Maybe it's Maybelline.
I feel like it's Maybelline, Nathan.
Ooh, Chris is not gonna like that, but that's what it is. You know what? You get cards, you move on. Gordy, what's the worst card you've ever got?
Just the 2 yellow to red.
Yeah, what for? Just mundane stuff?
Charging the snitch, actually.
Charging the snitch?
Yeah.
Gordy, you can't do that. I hope they carded you.
I can't remember.
Oh, okay,
What
fair
would it yell?
enough. Vancouver right now in a good position. They're up by 50 and they're on the power play.
We'll just take a catch from them.
I
From
think
anyone
they're really
Nathan.
taking advantage of the fact that the dynamics of the game changed once the snitch came on. This is where they really thrive, is racking up points in garbage time.
looks like
But
they're
it doesn't
getting catch
matter
here.
because Wyatt for sure might have a snitch catch. Oh my lord! let's not forget, last year, I don't know who the ref was for this final. It was me. Stormcrows had multiple cinch catches called off by the SR. Not me, not my fault. So let's see if this one's good. Wide seems to think it's good, but
Might be
man,
a
if I was
repeat.
wide, I'd be like, everything I do is good, so I get it.
He's on the top of the power rankings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This might be the ultimate trick that amateur magician Wyatt Brashear ever pulled off.
You can see Wyatt Brashear emulating that catch on the butt of Austin Wallace there.
Okay,
Good catch! Stormcrows take the victory and the goal at Western Regional Championship.
Well, you won't see us again until March, when it's the National Championships of Quidditch Canada. Until then, enjoy the long, brutal winter. We've been your hosts. My name is Nathan.
And I'm Gordy.
And let's watch a team cheer for themselves.